All right, welcome back. So now we've officially learned how to edit our pages and specifically our homepage and customize our homepage in Shopify using the Shopify theme editor. So now let's move on to the next step in our Shopify setup walkthrough. So in order to do that, we must first leave this Shopify theme editor. And in order to do that, we must click the top left arrow pointing to the left, which is the exit button, and then go click the home button because we are now in the themes tab. Click the home button and then we're back. So as we can see here, we're moving along nicely. So we've officially added our product, check. We've officially customized our theme, check. And something that we kind of did along the way, but more so Shopify did for us, was that it added a page, right? It added a page. As we saw earlier, we have other pages apart from our home page, so that was added, which is why this is marked off as checked. But let's quickly talk about pages in Shopify, right? So pages in Shopify work like pages in, other websites and platforms. So again, what is a page? A web page? A web page is a page that stores content, is where content is found. And we have our home page, and then other pages would include something like our contact us page or our, add to cart page, our checkout page, and so forth, right? So these are important to know, these terms, because again, our home page is not our only page in Shopify. We have other pages as well. Let's take a look at them. So let's click Edit Pages. So there's our contact page. Here we go again, which we saw earlier, right in the previous lecture, which had our contact form embedded in it. So if a customer has an inquiry, they can message us using that contact form, and we would know through the Shopify platform. So again, then it is important to talk about pages in Shopify. Let's go ahead and add or create a new page to our Shopify web store. So in order to do that, we click the top right Add Page button. And do you notice a similarity? Does this look familiar to you? Well, it should, right? This layout here that we just are seeing is very similar to the adding a product layout, right? So that's just because adding a product and adding a page in Shopify have the similar layout that you see here. But of course, in this, we're not going to be talking about adding prices or variants because obviously this isn't a product, this is adding a page. So instead of adding those things, what we're going to be adding is content and obviously the title for a page. So let's create a sample page. This is just a page for the sake of, going through this. And again, here is where I would add all my content. As you can see from our tools, we have an endless variety of things that we can add. We can add video, we can add images, we can add tables, we can create different font sizes, styles, and so much more. So I'm just going to keep it simple and say this is a sample page. Now you notice as I'm typing that we have the SEO, Google, Bing, Yahoo search engine preview as how this would appear on search results in those search engines. Again, we already learned about this, so we're not going to cover it again, but again, you're always able to edit the SEO for web pages, much like you're able to edit the SEO for products. And then on the top right, we have the visibility. So visible as of October 13th. So this means that when will the page go live? Do you want it to go live immediately? It's always by default going to go live immediately when you started working on this page, right? So like unless you specifically specify that the page is going to go live in a future date, which you can do by setting the visibility date, it will go visible as soon as you click the save button from the top right. So just be aware of that. We can also have this as hidden if you just want to work on it while still having the ability to access it. And then underneath that, we have again online store theme template. So this ties into what we just talked about in the previous lecture. We have the default page template selected, not contact. Why would we want to have default page selected for this page? Because this is a page that isn't set to have a role such as contact. Contact is important to leave as contact only for the contact page, because the contact template has within embedded in code the contact form in which the customer can type in their name and email address and inquiry and message, right? You don't want to have the sample page as a contact theme template, because then it'll insert a contact us form, right? That would be redundant since we already have a page that does that for us. So make sure that if you're working on, non-specific pages like contact us or add to cart and so forth, you just leave this as default page always, right? Because that's just a blank page in which you will add whatever you want, and whatever you want will show up. So we've created our page now. And one thing is that you can't forget is that, of course, this is the URL right here, right? So it'll be, myshopify.com/pages/sample page, the name of your page, in case you were wondering what the link or the URL will look like. So again, let's click save to create this page and make it go live. Okay, great. Our page has been created. So now we have a lot of options here. We can view it, we can create another page, or we can add it to our navigation, which means our menu, either our header menu or our footer menu, which you now know what that is, right? Due to the previous lecture. We can also duplicate the page as well. Now, if I click, view page, it's just going to show me what I typed, right? This is a sample page, sample page. Pretty simple, basic, right? Again, this is just what it is, right? Whatever I typed here appears here on the sample page live version, because I published it now. It's officially visible. So that's how simple creating a page is in Shopify. And of course, I can delete it here if I don't need it anymore, and so forth. And if I want to take a look at all my pages, I can just click this arrow here. And now we have two pages here, our contact page and then the page I just created just now, right? So again, you can edit them just by clicking, the title of the page, and boom, here you go, right? And you see how the theme template is selected with the contact role. Again, leave this as is, because everything is pre-formatted and pre-coded for you. The main thing in Shopify that you want to, worry as a beginner really is just making sure you have your products and your content uploaded, and not so much the technical code stuff. And in case you were wondering what these arrows here do, is just that they take us from one page to the next. So they take us to our pages. So see, this is a sample page. And if I go to our previous page, we're back at our contact page. So those are what those do. But yeah, that's pretty much it for pages in terms of Shopify. It's pretty simple. You can obviously also change how they appear. You can, add, only visible pages to appear here, or only hidden pages to appear here. This is useful if you're trying to sort pages out, or looking for a certain page if you have a lot of pages, right? You can also search for a page by name and so forth. But that's pretty much it for pages in terms of Shopify. So I hope this helped.